That's weird. That's weird. Kind of weirding me out.
You are a sad, strange little man.
Crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Isn't that weird?
That's weird, man.
It's strange.
What's up, campers? Welcome back to episode 140 of Camp Strange. I am your camp counselor, Alex Tobin.
And I'm your other camp counselor, Steve Hartwell.
And I wanted to do a fun name, and I'm never able to do a fun name. That's why I paused, because I was like, I have to be the straight one. You have to be the wacky one. But I was gonna do. Okay, now you start off, and I don't even. Who's Steve Hartwell?
Hartwell.
Who's that?
Why don't you go ahead and Google it for me, bud?
Steve Hartwell. Steve in the Narwhal? Oh, I typed in Narwhal. Wait, that's a children's book. Oh, it's the lead singer of Smash Mouth. Oh, thanks, David.
Yeah, you might as well be walking in the sun, bud.
Okay, wait. Okay, now you have to do it for me. Now you start it. Ready? Go.
I don't know how to start it.
Just do it.
Hey guys, welcome to Camp Strange, the weird wacky. I literally don't pay attention.
Just say your name.
I don't wanna.
I need to do my bit. Let me do my
And
bit.
I'm Thomas Crinklehorn.
No. Say your regular name. Say your name.
I don't wanna.
Please, for me, just this once.
I'm David Stokes.
And I'm Gargoyle Man.
That's what it was all. That's what that was all for.
I'm not done. 93% gargoyle, 7% man.
That's not a lot of man. What part of you is man?
You know.
The disappointing part. It's always soft.
The part
on
that I would
gargoyle
actually want to
body.
be gargoyle, so it got hard. Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
I read a thing once that said technically kind of like how if it's not made in Champagne, France, it's not champagne, it's like sparkling wine or whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I heard a thing that like if it's a gargoyle that doesn't have a water spout coming out of its mouth, like a drainage thing, then it's not a gargoyle.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, is that what their like intended purposes were? Because I know they're on like obviously the sides of like giant cathedrals and stone architecture. I don't know if they're just like churches or something like that, but I thought they were like maybe there to like scare pigeons.
Well, I think that was the original idea.
Well, it doesn't really make sense because now they have like owls there, which like every pigeon goes, oh, an owl kills us. But like a pigeon's never came into contact with a gargoyle and went, oh, fuck, it's another gargoyle.
Hey, you don't know that.
There's a demon Batman.
Yeah.
Ooh, demon Batman.
Demon Batman. That's what the other ones are called. The ones that don't spew water.
Demon Batman.
Demon Batman.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome back to episode 140 of Camp Strange.
Yeah.
Weird, wacky. Now I'm all fucked up. Doesn't matter. We're here. We're doing it. Gargoyle Man's here.
Yeah.
Smash Mouth singer. Already forgot his name. Steve Hartwell.
Mm-hmm.
Steve in the Narwhal. And before we tell you about any of these weird stories, we got to catch up on the weird news that you may have missed. And I got some good ones right here.
Ooh.
A Spanish man jailed for killing and eating his mother.
Why are you laughing so hard?
Because it's crazy. Listen to the details of this. Okay, so it's in Spain.
Okay.
The damn Spanish. Well, I can't believe they're see. It's usually the Americans who kill and eat their parents. I feel like so. I'm kind of glad that it's another country doing it.
Yeah.
So the Spanish man, he's 28, but he did this when he was 26 in 2019. When I guess somebody was checking up on his 6-year-old mother. They're doing like a wellness check.
Okay.
And apparently, her son and her had violent encounters in the past, and she had a restraining order against him and whatnot, and he obviously violated it.
Yeah.
And they went to go check on the woman, and they couldn't find her, but in his fridge in some plastic containers, they found his mom.
Oh.
And so his argument was that he had a psychotic episode at the time of the killing, but
Okay.
I don't really understand how, like, yeah, if you had a psychotic episode at the time you were killing, doesn't explain why she's in Glade containers in your refrigerator now.
Yeah, with barbecue sauce.
But sweet baby,
Sweet baby Ray's.
This is a bad commercial for Frank's. Like, I put that shit on everything. I put that on my mama. That's good. That should be sweet. That should be a Sweet Baby Ray's. I put that on my mama. Anyway, so this is the crazy shit though. He's gonna serve 15 years for murder.
Yeah.
Only, and 5 months for desecration of a corpse. That's only 15 years and 5 months. That's 15 and a half years for murder and cannibalism of his mother.
And he'll probably, get out earlier.
But here's my favorite part. Is that he has to, like, he also has to pay a fine, which is, like, funny because I was like, who is he paying a fine to?
Yeah.
He has to pay $60,000 or, I don't know what the Spanish use for money. I don't know that sign. Anyway.
I would make fun of you, but I can't think of it right now. And I've been to Spain.
Lira. So he has to pay his $60,000 to his brother.
Oh, that's going to make Christmas awkward this year?
I was going to say that's why he's paid all those backed up Christmas gifts he should have got. You better pay me $60,000 for all those Xboxes Mama would have bought me. No, but it's just crazy. Oh, he also, I guess, fed parts to his dog. Kind of fucked up.
Dog
didn't
asked for that.
Yep, thought it was
What's
chicken.
the dog doing?
Man, your dog breath stinks. Smells like your mom, which also stinks. No, but yeah, so I just thought that like a lot of the details of that were kind of crazy because I guess Spain is like pretty lax on murder and cannibalism, sounds like.
Oh, you should move there.
I will. Oh, I will. Once I get all my Frank stocks, put that shit on my mama. So yeah, that's that story. So yeah, David, you got one?
Of course I do. Cicadas are getting high and horny from fungus that's turning them into zombies and making their butts fall off.
Wait, cicadas?
Yeah.
Or what I'm planning to do this summer?
Get high, horny, and make your butt fall off.
Hell yeah, brother.
One can only dream.
That's crazy. You know what's interesting too? Cicadas are they just an East Coast thing? I know I've experienced cicadas, but I don't know where they reside besides like New Jersey. That's where I saw them.
Yeah.
But we don't really get to experience cicadas out here on the West Coast.
We don't.
Unless they're somewhere around here and I don't know about them. But
yeah.
I heard they were very loud and annoying when I was over there. And I heard that they like hibernate for like 10, 15 years. 17 years. And then they come out and then they just like, they cause a racket.
So my question, and this is going to be a really fucking stupid question, but I was thinking about the other day. I was too lazy to look it up. So do cicadas only come out every 17 years? Or is it like the ones that do come out every year have been hibernating for 17 years? You know what I mean? Like, do they all hibernate 17 years? Or is it like, are there batches of them that are sitting there for 17 years?
Are they like on the same schedule, basically?
Exactly.
Are they kind of like when girls are like on the same cycle?
Okay. Let's not go with that.
It's a thing. Ask Grizzly Man.
But you know what I mean?
But you should ask Gargoyle Man. Anyway,
God.
no, I think so the thing is, when I went to New Jersey, I didn't see any, but I could hear them clicking in the trees. So they're obviously like awake. So I don't know the hibernation thing. Maybe there are some that come out. Maybe there's like a giant population. I don't know. See, I don't know enough about them. Yeah. I just need to get my hands on some fungus, it sounds like.
Yeah.
So I could get high, horny, zombified, and buttless.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Put it on my Tinder profile.
Ooh.
I'm high, horny, Tinderless. I'm high, horny, fungusless now, and buttless.
Well, I
and
guess
zombified.
here's a good thing. So, as far as I'm aware, since I too have never dealt with them, people fucking hate cicadas.
Yeah.
And this says the fungus attacks male cicadas so they lose their genitalia and are unable to reproduce, which is their whole purpose of surfacing.
Damn, Team Fungus?
So I guess it's a good thing because it's probably going to significantly lower their population.
I'm guessing
Because the dicks fall off.
but you
along
just said
with
their
the butt.
butts fall off. Are the dicks in the butts?
It's all together. It's all the same. One-stop shop, baby.
That's two things me and cicadas have in common, I guess.
No, I think it's just the back end of their torso falls off, like the stinger on a bee,
yeah.
like that whole glob just drops on off. I feel bad for
Oh.
there's one guy in Florida just sweeping up all the butts.
Oh my God, he's all butts. He's got a broom pan full of butts.
That's butt sweeping Joe over there.
Anyway, well, that's cool. East Coast, keep it up. Keep making that fungus. Speaking of butts, woman dies after security guard pretends to be doctor and performs surgery in Pakistan hospital.
Oh, that's never good.
Well, I'll get to the butt part. But I guess this lady named Shamim Begum, who is 80 years old, died 2 weeks after an alleged imposter. He was sus.
Oh,
We should have launched him out the ship when we had the chance. David's favorite game.
He's among us.
But apparently, this alleged imposter, Muhammad Wahid Butt, that's his last name.
Two T's?
Yeah,
Lovely.
and his middle name's Wahid. So he's also high.
Yes. What?
But Wahid Butt, Muhammad Wahid Butt, because like the cicadas are high on fungus and
Yeah.
their butts fall off, and this guy's two of those as well. So, but anyway, so he performed surgery on this woman's back wound.
Oh.
She showed up at the hospital, and they're like, "We need a doctor," and he's like, "I'm a doctor." He approached them, and he's like, "I'm a doctor," and they're like, "Okay, cool." And then he went in to like a room. He did some surgery, and then, or like, I don't know if he actually did it there, but he did 2 subsequent home visits and was like keeping up with this woman and like, checking up on her, performing like little surgeries or whatever, probably trying to clean her wounds. And it was getting worse. So they went back to the hospital and they're like, "Hey, so like we need to get like the doctor to check it out." They're like, "Who's your doctor?" They're like, "Muhammad Wahid Butt." And they're like, "That guy's their security guard." And
He's not even allowed to have a gun.
we don't even give him a dustpan. He got to pick up the cicada butts with his pinky toes. No, but it's crazy because apparently he had done this before, and then so he got arrested because this woman died 2 weeks after because the wound became so infected, and she was 80. And I guess there's like another security guard that's like he got put on suspension or something because he helped him out. He's like,
He held her down.
He's like, "Hey, I need your help. Pretend that you're my sous chef." And he's like, "You mean nurse or just doctor?" He's like, "No. Yeah, okay, here, just come in here." But it's crazy. So, yeah, that guy's fucked because he killed that lady. Well, I don't know, man. It's just so crazy that this guy's like, "I'm going to be a security guard at a hospital," and then also just try, like, you don't shit where you eat. If you want to go try and be like a, like we said, like chef at a restaurant, you get away with that. You can't be like, "I'm a doctor." He probably thought he was gonna make some money under the table or something, and she was gonna be all right. It's a tiny little back wound. I got this, and he dropped a couple Thin Mints in it, and it got infected.
Or he thought, "Hey, if I can do this, then they'll hire me. I don't need med school."
Tried to do a Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah.
He tried to like go in and like solve an equation on a
Apples.
board.
Yeah, apples.
Goodwill Hunting invented Apple Mactop.
They did.
Apple Mactop.
Apple
Hi,
Mac
can I have one
top.
of can I get the new Apple Mactop computer? That's one. Yes.
Blue one, please.
Where's all your Apple Mactops with the big colorful backs on them? Oh, we haven't made those since 1986. Okay, I will go someplace else. But yeah, so that guy's screwed big time.
Yeah, big time.
So
Woman who Googled how to commit murder found guilty of committing murder.
okay, that kind of scares me.
Because
I
you
feel
Google
like
that
I
all the
might-
time.
I
We're
might-
definitely we are on so many
Yeah.
lists from just doing this fucking podcast. It's insane.
It's crazy how many times I've typed in cool weird murders. Horrible crimes in history. That's a big one. That's a
How
big
they got
one.
away with it.
It's crazy how many things that I've typed in that I am definitely on a list now. That's why I'm moving to Spain, baby. But
Yeah.
what'd she do?
Well, so in this little thing, it says, in June, she Googled how to commit murder from the sidelines of a rugby game, as well as lethal dose of oxycodone, 200-pound male,
Oh shit.
promethazine murder, 99% unpredictable poisons, how long after suicide is there a crime scene, and
But to be
can police see websites after you visit on your mobile?
But to be fair, isn't Promethazine Murder a 2 Chainz song?
Probably. Good old Titty Boy. Thank God he changed his name. That would have been a hard career for him if he still went by Titty Boy.
That is tough. That's a tough titty to swallow. But my question is, did she actually clear her history and they're just like, it's not actually gone?
Yeah.
Or did they, she should have looked up how to clear history, how to clear Google history. Because,
She also Googled poisonous snakes, spiders, and deadly fungi.
oh,
She's trying to make this guy's dick fall off.
is he a cicada? Exactly. Wow. Wow. Sucks for her, I guess. But
Dude, she Googled
did she
a
kill? Oh,
lot.
she killed him. She killed him, huh?
Yeah. She also Googled the use of gas as an effective way to end someone's life.
Was it her husband? I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, her partner.
That's weird because I mean it's not
sheep
weird.
farmer.
Not the sheep farmers, the only thing keeping us afloat in this country anymore. No, but like it's so weird because there's so many people. I've watched like a couple documentaries now where they're like, I don't know if it's a personality type or a clouded judgment or something along those lines where people go, I'm gonna murder my partner, and then they go, you're the first person they're gonna look at, and they're gonna look at everything.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone I love to get murdered just so the FBI doesn't go looking in my computer.
Yeah.
Because then I got some explaining to do. They're gonna be like, "Oh, you find any cool weird murders lately?" And I'm like, "Yes, but it wasn't related to this one." But it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's so weird how people just go, divorce seems messy. I'll go poison somebody and then dig a shallow grave.
Well, I mean, it says her partner, so that doesn't even imply that they were like legally married.
Oh, then
So like divorce wasn't even a thing.
true.
Even
I
worse.
mean, some people maybe she had a life insurance policy. I don't know, but still, like I don't know. That's crazy. There's got to be like more planning to that because some people just go, "I'm gonna murder them because I don't love them anymore." I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
oh my god. Anyway, so clear your history, people. I also have one more news story as shots fired at National Park after alleged Bigfoot sighting.
Oh, yes.
This is what I fucking hate right here. They posted this June 1st, 2021, so we're still 15 days late on this one. But then right underneath it says disclaimer. This story was I just saw this. It said this story was originally posted July 31st, 2019 by our sister station WKRN. I'm like weird news gets recycled.
Oh, it
Do
does.
you know how often Katie goes, "Oh, like let me help you, like we'll be starting the pod." And she's like, "Oh, I'll go try to find some like weird news stories, like if I find a good one." And she'll be like, "Oh, check out this. I texted it to you." And it would be like that chicken, that rooster one that like killed that guy when it had like, remember it had a during a cockfight, it had a knife
It had a
taped to its
blade on
leg.
it. We talked about that like 2 years ago.
I know. I get it every single year. It pops up every single year. I'm like, they just recycle these weird news stations or stories from like 4 or 5 years ago. And you're like, what? This isn't new.
Yeah, nothing about this is new. Hold on now. Pump the brakes. Whoa now.
What?
This isn't new.
Oh, that's what you're doing. It's still a bit. Okay. But apparently, this couple who were eyewitnesses to what happened said that they were sleeping in their tent. This was, where was this?
Whoa, hold on. Now, this isn't new.
Nothing new about trying to hunt Bigfoot, but
No,
Mammoth
old.
Cave National Park. I don't know where that is. David, can you look where that is just so we know where to go hunting?
Wait, what was it?
Mammoth Cave National Park.
Mammoth? That's probably like...
Mammoth Cave. But I actually don't want to go hunting. I just want to befriend him. But so
Kentucky.
Oh, Kentucky. He would be in
Kentucky.
Kentucky. So he this couple went to bed at 11 p.m. They woke up at 1 a.m. to people shining flashlights on their tent, which is horrifying in itself.
Yeah.
And it was like a guy and his son, and they're like, someone just fucked up our tent and camp, and we don't know what it is, and the guy had a gun with him, and he's like, but we're going to go look because this is Bigfoot country, he said.
Yeah.
So he went to go investigate, and about 10 minutes later, they started hearing some like one or two gunshots off in the distance, and they got so freaked out that they just packed up all their stuff and got out of the woods. But it says it's still under investigation. Is it from a year ago? I think they solved it. I think they said that they saw Bigfoot emerge from the woods and approach them.
Oh, yeah, it's solved.
Oh my God. I don't know, man. I wouldn't want to sleep next to a camp where they're like, that was a guy taking a shit, dude. Some guy was like, I gotta go shit. I don't want to go shit, but I have to go shit. It's scary.
Yeah.
It's dark in the woods. And then the wife's like, you'll be fine. And he went over, took a shit.
Take your fursuit.
And he's like, oh, that was fine. And like, my shit was only really bad. And he got up and he started walking out of the woods, and he just got popped right in the shoulder.
Yeah. A non-lethal shot for sure.
No, yeah, non-lethal. You want to talk to him a little bit, right?
Yeah. See, I usually
What's
go
your
for the
name?
knee.
Ooh, the knee. He's a walker. I've never seen him run.
It's true. That's because
So
the people that have seen Bigfoot run don't tell the tale.
Ooh, you're right, actually. Good point. Okay. Do you have one more story?
I do. It's a little bit of a throwback to a news story I believe you brought up once. Maybe I did. I think it was you. A woman who styled her hair with Gorilla Glue launches line of hair care products. Hair care.
Yes, I remember that. That lady went viral.
Yeah. Yeah, she's making her own hair care products.
Entrepreneurial. I love it. I hope it's
only half Gorilla Glue.
I don't know. That's like kind of, I get it because that's like what she's known for now. But that's like,
it's just her thing, you know?
That's like
a thing.
Dropping a baby on the news and then opening up a daycare.
Sorry,
Someone's
what?
Like,
oh, I see what you're saying. Like, you physically dropped it on the ground.
You go viral for dropping a baby, and then you're like, guy who dropped a baby on the news opens up daycare. Like, I'm good. I think I'm good.
Unless
he just won't stop.
That's what you're looking for.
He just won't stop. I Googled daycares that drop babies.
Bad daycare reviews.
Oh, no. I'm fucked. Hey, Google, stop.
You're going to get doxxed. Google's going to sue us and you're going to get doxxed.
I'm fucked. It just looked up daycares that drop babies.
Not just that, but it was just listing off daycares near you. So now people know where you live.
No, this is bad. Anyway, I'm sorry. What were you? What were you saying?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I don't know. We're screwed. We're real screwed. Anyway, so yeah, I think you guys are caught up on any of the news, and so is the FBI apparently. So
They listening.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yo, someone's getting the episodes before I even edit them. Someone at Google's already heard this shit.
It's true.
Ah, damn.
I need a drink after that one. Yeah. Okay. I think we're caught up. Let's get into these stories. Now, David, have you ever experienced a dream? Have you ever had a dream? You ever wanted to do him so bad you want to do you? Remember that?
I do remember that.
That's a good one.
Bless that child's heart.
So it says, now, David, have you ever experienced a dream or nightmare where you were in a location that seemed oddly familiar but disturbing at the same time? Very specific, but have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've all had those dreams. You're kind of in like a weird, like, do I know this place? You know?
I used to always have when I was probably like a high school aged kid, I would always have this dream that I was in a high school, but not my high school. But like, you know,
really?
It was a high school. And I was always completely naked being chased by vampires. And I would have it every night for like 2 years.
Was there other people at the school?
No, just vampires. Trying to bite me in the wiener.
Well, hope their aim's good. Well, actually, this might pertain to you just a little bit, but I'm not going to go in too deep into that section, but a little bit. Well, I know I have, and many other campers out there probably have too. But today, I want to talk about one specific place where a small number of folks have found themselves after closing their eyes for a quick nap. At first, this place seems like a dream to most of its victims, but after time, it becomes clear that this place was not a dream at all, but something else. Well, whatever it is, we're going to talk about it today and let you decide, as today we discuss the horrifying dreamlike maze known as the Backrooms.
I'm glad you're going to talk about this because were we talking about this somewhat recently?
I believe so because I was watching some dude play video games on YouTube because it's 2021 and that's what we do now. I don't have a PC, so I can't play any of the games I want to play, so I have to watch other people play them. But he played a Backrooms game, and I was like, "What the hell's the Backrooms?" And he kind of mentioned, and he's like, "Oh, it was on Creepypasta." I mean, we're gonna get into it, but the game was really like creepy, and I was like, "Oh, this is strange." So I did a little research on it, and I was like, "Oh, this is like actually horrifying," and like it kind of falls into the Siren Head of like category of new lore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's really interesting too. I just watched like a little short film. I can't remember what it's called. I'll find it eventually. It was called like Welcome to the Backrooms. It was like a 10-minute little film on YouTube. If you type in like the Backrooms, I think it will come up. The picture on it is like a cop running in the Backrooms, and it was actually really well done, and it really sets the tone for like what I'm trying to tell you here, because if you play these games or watch any of these videos, the existential dread really does sink in. So I'll tell you about it right now.
What I was saying though is because I felt like we talked about recently, and it's like I've seen images of what this is supposed to be, but I have like no actual like info. I don't know jack shit about it.
Yeah, so yeah, exactly. I think some people have seen the picture, and we'll get into the picture, but there's a little bit more to it that I didn't even know of, and it goes much deeper than. I mean, it's gotten crazy, so I'm just kind of scratching the surface, but yeah. So here we go. So the story of the first encounter with the Backrooms first appeared on 4chan on April 21st, 2018, when an anonymous user posted an image in a forum thread called Cursed Images. As we all know, cursed images, usually it's maybe a funny image, but sometimes it's like the classic one is the dark doorway in like the woods, and there's an arrow that says free hugs or something like that. You've like seen those, right? It's like a cursed image or like something just kind of disturbing, maybe like a bunch of hot dogs in a toilet. So that's
my type
that's what David sends me. He sends me fucking, what's that Instagram page, Boys Who Can Cook?
Oh man, if you're not following Boys Who Can Cook, you're missing out. That's my favorite Instagram.
It's like
page.
he'll send me like a lasagna in a shoe, like in a New Balance. I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's like a hot dog in a glass of milk. I'm like sick to my stomach.
Like someone drilled a hole in a hot dog and they're using it as a straw.
Yeah, it's like that's a fucking cursed image. But anyway, so this Backrooms image showed up on the cursed image 4chan, blah blah blah, in 2018. So the first picture depicted a yellow room with fluorescent lighting that was made up of angled walls fading off into like a hallway. A very kind of normal, kind of like 70s looking, maybe office park, maybe Midwest hotel ballroom that was like back of the ballroom. It's kind of weird. It's a very strange image, but like it kind of looks familiar, like we were talking about in the intro, you know, someplace that's like
I don't know if you were, I hope I don't like step on your feet, but like the thing that always draws me to like the photos I've seen of it is like there's no defining characteristics.
No.
Which makes it feel very like oh, I think I've kind of seen like yeah, I've seen that place before kind of thing.
It's like any building that still has asbestos in the ceilings. It's just like very like yellow wallpaper, kind of yellowish tan carpet, maybe some like white trim at the bottom, nothing on the walls, like nothing in the rooms. Just very whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Look right past it and go, "Ugh, this place looks like it smells." You can see, it looks like it smells just from the picture. Yeah. So, about a year later, on May 12, 2019, the picture was posted once again, but this time with a description which read, "If you're not careful and you no clip out of reality in the wrong areas, you'll end up in the back rooms, where it's nothing but the stink of old moist carpet, the madness of mono yellow, and the endless background noise of fluorescent lights at maximum hum buzz, and approximately 600 million square miles of randomly segmented empty rooms to be trapped in. God save you if you hear something wandering around nearby, because it sure as hell has heard you." The carpet just got moister, buddy. So, and a little bit more yellow. Drink water. What are you doing? So, that kind of gives a light depiction of what's going on in the back rooms, but I'll tell you a little bit more. So, this is when others began to come forward with information about the back rooms that gave a much clearer image of what and how the back rooms are. What first became clear was that the back rooms have no entrance or exit, but that they are in fact a alternate or pocket dimension that exists deep within our own reality, which is interesting in itself. And that, I think, is the most terrifying part of all of this. As we mentioned, 600 square miles of maze with no entrance or exit.
Yeah. So how did you get in?
And I think the most terrifying part of all of this is that every video game or like little video I watch, like short film, it always starts with like, I think I put myself in the shoes of that person and go, I would be like, oh, this is kind of weird. It's when confusion turns into panic is like the scariest thing for me, because you're walking around, you're turning, you're like how far do you get before you start sprinting, and then how far do you get again before you start walking again, and then eventually sit down and start like crying because it's so
when you just give up.
Yeah, it's like the madness of it all. It's reality sinking in, or like the reality of the situation sinking in, the helplessness. Well, that's terrifying. Yeah. So it is said that people at random have no clipped or fell into the back rooms when they are in a state of deep despair, or if they are sleeping. And that's not always the case. So two things happen. They either say that all of a sudden you just fall through the floor into the back rooms, but like obviously nothing opens, like you just fall through the ground into the back rooms, into another dimension, or you fall asleep and you wake up in the back rooms. They said either one happens. So one such person said that they fell asleep in a doctor's office while leaning back in a chair and all of a sudden woke up in the yellow hellish maze. So that's one of the ways.
It sounds like every hospital to me.
I know. I mean, if a hospital's not bad enough, just bring me to the back rooms while you're at it. Jeez. So everyone who told of their backroom experience also mentioned the 70s style mono yellow walls, moist and stench-filled tan yellowish carpet, and the constant bright lights and deafening hum of the fluorescent lights that span the entirety of the long, endless corridors. The most prominent thing that stood out, though, was the endless maze of rooms that goes on forever and leads to nowhere. So another interesting thing is I've heard some people talk about how the walls and the rooms don't really change. They all look like yellow walls. They all look like a maze. You're just going around. And then there's some that they'll happen upon maybe windows that separate the rooms, like those wire windows that have like you can't punch through them because there's like that thin wire between them, like anti-break glass or whatever.
Yeah. It's like the chicken wire.
Yeah, some of them will have that in the rooms going into another room. Some of them will have vents that you could climb into. But
so hold on, the windows just look into rooms, not outside?
No, none of it goes to outside. I mean, we'll go into that later, I'll read it later. But people have tried to break through walls, but it just leads to more rooms. Like you said, it's like a giant maze of 600 million thousand whatever of square miles of nothing but maze. So, so it depends on I'm guessing it's what part of the maze you get dropped into. Maybe sometimes you'll walk forever and not experience anything new. Sometimes people happen upon sleeping bags or remnants of that, somebody else was there. You know what I mean? Because
sleeping bag would be nice.
I know.
I'll just sleep it off.
Oh, on that moist carpet?
Why not?
Yeah, your bed's already pretty moist.
It always is. It's always just a little damp.
Wait, did I say the back rooms or I mean the Dave rooms? Welcome to my yellow room. It's full of pee-pee and stink.
It's a little sticky, but not too sticky.
It's like a maze if you spin around enough times in my computer chair. It's fun. Here, let me try it on you. Do you like action figures?
I love action figures.
So, no one has ever found an entrance or an exit within the back rooms, but a few were fortunate enough to no-clip back out of the endless maze. Like I said, some people have escaped, but due to no effort of their own, they just clip back out.
Yeah.
So, some other shared experiences from the back room consist of the inability to sleep. Uh-oh, David. The inability to sleep due to either the buzzing of the fluorescent lights or just possibly the particular pocket dimension's makeup or laws. But everybody apparently, they try to close their eyes and they're just not able to go to sleep. It's like...
Oh, they can't close their eyes.
No. No, it's like you got that big test in the morning and you can't go to sleep, You just,
yeah.
I mean, it would make sense, too. You have, horrible anxiety. I get it if you get, so sleep deprived that you just, end up passing out because you're so tired. But even at those points, I guess these people just can't go to sleep because either the lights are too loud or whatever's going on in that dimension won't let you sleep. Maybe, supernatural shit going on.
Yeah.
So not only does everyone who enters the back room become sleep deprived, but they also slowly begin to starve and dehydrate to death as there is no food or water within the endless maze.
I was wondering if there's a vending machine or something.
I don't think anyone's been fortunate enough for that one. But if there was, what would you get, David? A little peanut butter candy bar with a root beer?
I'd fucking break it.
Shoot yourself in the balls.
I'd break it and I would open up all the gears and stuff and I'd build a jackhammer. Just keep going down.
I'd build a rocket ship.
Oh, so you want to go up?
Oh yeah.
See, I need.
Do you know how mazes work?
No.
David's just running. You ever been in a cornfield, buddy?
Have I ever told you my story about the cornfield?
No, but did you miss my joke about the peanut butter candy bar and the root beer?
Yeah, I did miss that.
Yeah, you got shot in the balls. Remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
It's my favorite joke. I spit wine everywhere on that one.
Yeah.
That was really funny. Anyway,
Yeah,
sorry.
it's good.
So wait, what's your corn maze story, real quick? So we can maybe learn a little bit how you jackhammered your way out of a cornfield.
Pretty much. So there's a big corn maze in Eugene where I grew up, and I was there when I was.
There's a big corn maze everywhere.
I'm sure there's some places that don't have it. This one's fucking big, and my buddies and I went to it, and I don't remember how I got separated from my two buddies, and it got late, and they shut the place down. And while I was still in it, and so they shut off all the lights, so it's pitch black.
Oh, like the generators and shit that they have out there?
Yeah, and so I was stuck in this corn maze by myself, pitch black. I couldn't see shit. This is before, like, smartphones, so I didn't have a flashlight or anything like that. And I just like walked through the walls.
That's probably a good call at that point, because
I remember my dad was so pissed at me. My dad never really got mad at me. That was like the one time I remember him being just like furious at me.
Was that because he was scared that you were lost, or he's mad you fucked up the cornfield?
He was mad because it took me like another hour to get out of the place and it was closed, and him and my friends were waiting there, and he's like, God damn it, I'm gonna miss this week's Sopranos.
Oh,
the TiVo's full.
The gabagoo with the gabagoo.
Gabagoo.
That's fuck. Oh, what I was gonna say is that in itself is actually I think it's a horror novella written by Stephen King and his son Joe Hill, I believe, and they made it into a Netflix movie. It's called In the Tall Grass, I think, possibly. Oh. But they just they walk into like a corn maze and they get stuck, and then like the corn is like the grass, it's not corn, the grass is like whispering to them, and like there's like some kind
freak on a leash.
There's some there's some kind of like supernatural alien other being connection involved with it, but it was pretty good. I liked it. It was an entertaining movie. It wasn't like the best movie, but it was like a pretty good movie. It was pretty solid. So say check that out. Like In the Tall Grass, I think. But
I've never tried to do the Jonathan Davis. I believe that's his name.
Is that Garfield?
No, that's the singer for Korn.
Who's the Garfield guy? Jim
fucking know.
Jim Davis.
But I've never attempted to do his weird scat singing thing. Because I'm afraid of doing it and it's just sounding awful like you. And
what?
B, I'm honestly more afraid that if I try it and it actually sounds just like him, I'm going to be more upset about that outcome than being bad at it.
Then we could finally start our Korn cover band called Colonel.
with a backwards K.
We dress up like Colonel Sanders. Throw chicken into the crowd.
It's like there's a metal band. I don't remember their name, but they dress up like Ned Flanders, and all their songs are about The Simpsons.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like that. So, back to this. But like I said, no food, no water, endless maze, just carpet and fluorescent lights forever, which is terrifying. So, people have tried to force an exit and break through walls, like we said, but that always leads to just another yellow room with nothing of use in there. So, you're just going to waste more energy. You got to conserve it. You got to keep walking. But that's the thing, like, why even keep walking? But, like, keep walking, I guess.
Are you aware that you're, like, in a dream state?
No, that's the thing. It's not like a dream state. It feels like a dream state because it's so weird to our own brains, but it's supposed to be a dimension. It's a different, it's like you in another dimension.
So, like, you wouldn't want to just pull down one of those light bulbs and try to eat it and kill yourself?
I mean, you could do that now, David.
Well, I know, but as far as I'm aware, I don't think I'm dreaming. This could be a nightmare recording this, but I don't think. I'm pretty sure I'm awake.
Oh, but I mean, that's obviously the easy way out. You could do that, I guess, but like, you could save yourself the anguish, but like you might just no clip back out, so you might as well just keep walking, see if you could, find something of use, right? I mean, you could probably yank down a light bulb, but like at that point, the only thing that you're really, succeeding at is hurting your mouth, and now you're in the dark. I don't know, but maybe you could like pull them out and try to get some shut eye, get that buzzing to go away.
Yeah.
And the carpet's still moist. You're fucked. They thought of everything, didn't they?
Yeah, they really did.
I sleep standing up because I'm a vampire who chases children through high schools and tries to bite their penises.
That's a movie waiting to happen.
Trust me, buddy. That movie probably already exists. It's just
Probably.
not. It just ain't on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's on a website with an X in its name. So.
Oh.
So people they try to force through walls, nothing there. But here's the thing where my rocket ship idea is not going to work. See, there's also said to be numerous levels to the back rooms.
Okay.
Running from level 8 goes all the way up to 8, possibly more. I read one where it said 999, which is fucking crazy. And then
Whoa. Okay, so like they climbed 999 flights of stairs, and then they're like, "Oh, that's good enough."
yeah, I mean that. It was going into the lore of like
Okay.
where certain. I'll get into it in 1 second. I don't want to give too much
Yeah.
away, but yeah, there's also negative floors, David. We're fucked. You can't even jackhammer your way. You can't Shawshank your way through. That's not through the floor, but yeah, you can't go underneath and try to find your way out. Maybe try to like hit China or something like that. It's not gonna work, buddy.
Yeah.
We got negative floors. So, and he says it goes to -5, probably much deeper than that, probably endless. Let's not kid ourselves. So, it is speculated that most people who no-clip into the back rooms die within the maze of starvation, dehydration, or exhaustion, or chewing a light bulb, apparently. Never to be heard from again. But there is said to be something else, or possibly many things, that lurk within the maze of the back rooms. So this part of the back rooms is said to be the most controversial area, as it is stated that either one creature or many creatures reside within the yellow maze. For the people on the side of the one creature, they state that there is one solitary entity that wanders the maze of the back rooms, hunting visitors. Just hunting visitors, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
It could be hunting, it could be not, but most people have stated that they have not seen the creature, but instead hear the creature's cries as it approaches, and in turn cause the lost souls to run away, escaping the beast. So this means that the creature is not very fast or smart, I'm guessing, and that maybe
Which is almost worse.
yeah, exactly. It's like, oh man, it's like It Follows.
Yeah, you're just gonna run from this thing for fucking ever.
Yeah.
Instead of just dying quick.
Yeah, just like run and just hug it, Don't chew that light bulb. Just go meet it.
Maybe it just wants a hug.
Maybe it was a security guard just like trying to do some surgery, and like it would have let you out if you let it look at your back wound real quick or something. I don't know.
I'm sure if you talk to it, it would just say, "Where's my hug?"
Where my hug at? Don't you love the where my hug at guy? He's cool.
Yeah.
So-
Where's he at? Still waiting for that hug.
He's he's out at the 7-Eleven parking lot drinking a twisted
he's
iced
working-
tea.
He's working at that sword store that every mall has.
I love the sword store. They always have a suit of armor in the window.
What was yours named?
It was like, oh my god, what's yours named? It's probably the same name.
Excalibur?
It was probably that. I think it was like
Yeah.
steel archways. No, I have no idea what it was called. It was something like that though. It was like stupid. So,
Yeah.
or what about that?
Swords are stupid.
There's a couple stores that always confuse me. That could be the back rooms. It's the shoe repair. It's the vacuum repair. Vacuum repair fucking blows my mind.
Yeah.
Just buy a new vacuum.
Yeah.
They cost like
I mean-
nothing now, unless you got like, I guess a Dyson. We have
I
a
used to
patented
live-
bowl that we roll it on.
When I lived in Portland, I used to live next to a vacuum store / vacuum repair store / vacuum museum.
Okay, I'm in.
Yeah. Yeah, they had a bunch of old vacuums in there that you could go read about.
I love that.
It was pretty cool.
So, like I said, this means that the creature is not very fast or smart, and that maybe, just maybe, it is also lost within the maze, possibly being another victim that has slowly transformed over time due to cannibalism or something more supernatural, like a Wendigo,
Yeah.
where you eat a person
Fandango.
and then you get cursed with having to stay in the back rooms.
Yeah.
So, the other camp of backroomers have experienced a collection of beasts within the maze and have even given descriptions of their appearance and behavior. Here are just a few of the monsters that lurk within the maze. So I have 7 monsters, and then I'll be done. So this will be quick and painless, unlike the back rooms. So let's do this.
What I find is interesting is, like I said, I really don't know diddly squat about the back rooms going into this. But I will say that one thing I did not know about the back rooms is that there were monsters.
Yeah.
The only thing I knew was they're just like endless hall that all look the same.
Well, that's what's weird, because in some of the videos I watch, there's multiple monsters, and some, like, of the stories I read, there's one that just follows them. But like, the interesting thing is, it seems like people are like creating, like, which is fucking awesome, like
Making shit up?
no, like, well, okay, we have a podcast. We have to, come on, man, you have to believe. Watch. We're not going to believe him. We're going to fucking no clip into the fucking back rooms, just because that's also the scariest part, is that there's no way to really prevent. It's just like stand in one place and hope that you don't no clip into the shit. But yeah, there's no way to prevent it. It's either going to happen or it's not going to happen, But
Well, so is this ending with the monsters?
yeah, I have like 7 monsters. And I'm just going to read them.
So then I do have a question that I've been holding. Are there cases where multiple people get pulled in, or is it always just one person?
Interestingly enough, I do believe the one of the, I mean, this was a short film or like a video game I watched, but like there has been, the one thing I watched, there was a guy in there and he came across a woman who had a bunch of like camping gear, like sleeping bag and food and stuff. And he's like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "I was hiking on this mountain and all of a sudden I like fell through the floor and I woke up here." And this guy was like on his way from work or something. So she had food. So they were able to survive a couple more days because she had food in her backpack. But
Oh, so do you go in with whatever you're currently holding?
yeah, whatever is on you, clip
that's
in.
kind of fun.
Yeah, so that's why I always carry around a big old bag of Twizzlers.
Well, I have my multi-tool with me at all times, so I could unscrew, I can cut, I can grip with pliers, I can cut wires, I can open a can or a bottle, I can file something. Oh, I can file through that window.
Yeah, David, he no-clipped back out of the back rooms, but he pulled out all of his teeth with that fucking multi-tool.
Turns out that was the secret.
We caught him sucking on the wet carpet for about 3 hours, and he realized
The boy
that he
was full of piss.
wasn't even in the back rooms. He was at the DMV. So, maybe leave the multi-tool at home.
Never. I got myself a Leatherman wingman too.
Ooh, I'm more of a 3 guy. It's not out yet,
I don't
but
think that's. Yeah.
you don't have it yet. Don't worry. It's got a Twizzler on it. So,
Well, now I'm kind of curious. Is there a 3?
so let's talk about these monsters. So the first one is a faceling, or there's multiple. So facelings. Facelings are humanoid entities that appear as ordinary humans with smooth, featureless patches of skin where their face would be. They dress in mundane clothes and are generally friendly and harmless, wandering aimlessly around the various levels of the backrooms. Both adult and child facelings have been sighted, with children being more mischievous and prone to pranks and theft. Some theorize that they were once ordinary humans who got lost forever in the backrooms and went mad. They are often preyed upon by other, more hostile entities. So the faceling is more of a reminder that, like, you can get stuck in the backrooms and become a faceling, which is, again, horrifying. But they don't actually cause harm. They just, like, walk by, have no faces. And apparently these other monsters eat the shit out of them. So,
Ooh, delicious.
ooh, can I get a human hold the face, please? So, this next one we got up are smilers. So smilers are entities of an unknown shape, as they prefer to hide in the shadows and darkened hallways, appearing as a pair of shining eyes above a mouth full of sharp, glistening white teeth. They are extremely dangerous and are attracted to moving light sources such as flashlights or phones. So the best way to distract a smiler in order to escape them is by throwing a light source such as a glow stick or even a lit match in one direction and running in the other. It's also known that smilers lay eggs, which hatch into adult smilers after an incubation period of about 2 days. Quick turnaround.
Yeah, that's very fast. It's like bunny rabbit.
So, upon finding a nest of smiler eggs, do not under any circumstances touch, take, break, or attempt to cook any of them. That'd be my problem. I'd be eating smilers.
This way, touching them eggs. Give me them eggs, boy.
Can I get a smiler over easy? Oh, come on. You fucking cook the yolk.
Oh, don't cook the yolk.
Yeah, no. Where'd I get the sourdough if you cook the yolk? I needed to mop up all the goo.
The gabagool.
Can I get a goo mopper? He means a piece of sourdough. 2 goo moppers. Anyway, so this is one of my favorite, just because it's so mischievous. Yeah. When a monster adapts, I tell you. This next one are windows. So windows are, true to their name, shaped like windows. Their appearance depends on where they are located, always matching with their surroundings. But in general, they always appear to have a shadowy figure on the other side of the glass, pointing and tapping at anyone nearby to try to entice them to come closer, whispering promises of escape from the back rooms. But they are never to be trusted, for anyone who gets close enough to one of the windows will be immediately pulled through and never seen again. Some windows lack the shadowy figure. Others have what looks like outdoor scenery, but in general, all windows found in the back rooms ought to be avoided at all costs, which I kind of like that one.
Yeah.
That's the one for sure I would fall for.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, look at the scary man on the other side of the window. Let's go near it.
Let's go poke fun at the scary man behind the window, love.
Hurry, put your buttocks against it. He hates that.
Yes, move your buttocks up and down. Make it squeak.
Ooh, put a little stamp on the glass.
Why don't you go ahead and give it a kiss with your back lips, honey?
Let's make this glass Hershey, Pennsylvania. Give it a nice kiss. Jesus. So, here's another one right here. Shit window. I'm joking. No.
All the windows just start getting covered in shit.
It's called the David Stokes Monster. I'll kiss your window for you. Man. Second, third story, wherever you want. I'll be there kissing it.
It's not funny, man.
So, you know I have poop problems. So, this next one is a skin stealer. I wonder what he does. If you happen across a human who seems a bit off or with visible stitches on their body, chances are they're either out of surgery or they're actually a skin stealer. By themselves, skin stealers are humanoid entities with waxy yellow skin covered in tiny squid-like suckers, a wet, toothless mouth, David, and
I got all my teeth. What are you talking about?
Not when you get the multi-tool.
Talking about this right here.
Ooh, look at them pliers.
Told you, I always got it on
It
me.
looks like I could grab a molar. So
25-year warranty, baby.
So can't say that about those teeth though, huh? So
Hey, they made it to 31. They're doing all right.
what? You still have all your baby teeth?
Yeah. In my back pocket. They go where I go.
Do your parents just throw away your baby teeth, or do they still have them?
They grind them up and snort it.
Vitality. It's like what Eastern Asia does with elephant bone,
now.
elephant tusk. Gives you a boner, right? Baby teeth?
Does what? I'm confused now.
No, that's what it's like. It's that like fake medicine where like
They don't have a 7-Eleven where you can get those boner
we
pills?
talked about the rhino boner. No,
Yeah.
it's like a thing in certain countries where they'll have like a cobra and like a dead crow, like in a
Oh, 3 penis.
yeah, 3 penis wine. Yeah, exactly. Like they'll have a bunch of dead animals in like a jar full of alcohol, and they'll be like, "Drink this. It'll make you strong. It'll give you vitality." And there was a problem with poachers cutting off the tusks, like the ivory tusks of elephants, and stealing the horns of rhinos, and doing certain things like that because they were grinding up the bones, put them into pills, and telling people that if they ingested it,
What?
it would give you a boner.
I thought they just wanted the ivory as like
Piano keys?
but like decoration and like
I mean, I think some people
Chess
some
pieces.
people do that, but like one of the main things is like there's like a huge market for people who can't get boner, but
wow.
just like Blue Chew, like it's like our sponsor.
Yeah, this episode is brought to you by Hims.
And it's also brought to you by Rhino Horn.
Yes. But
We know
the
a
rhino
guy.
horn wants you to stop.
Yeah, no, you guys, come on. It don't do that. You know it don't do that. Unless you strap the rhino horn to the front of your body, it ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, why don't you cut off a part of your body and eat it?
Yeah, I'll feed that to a rhino.
See what that does to you.
Exactly. Let's do that.
If you can't get hard, but that's because God doesn't want you to reproduce.
Okay, this is too much. It's not true. Just take a Viagra or so. I don't know, man. Who knows, man? So, like I said, they got squid-like suckers on their body, a wet, toothless mouse. Oh, my God. They don't have a wet, toothless mouse. They have a wet...
I was gonna say, talk about a wet, toothless mouse. Who needs Viagra?
Richard Gere!
What?
Oh, God, now I have to go into this. There's a whole rumor that Richard Gere had a gerbil up his butt. Do you not know about this? It was a thing in the 90s. It's like a big thing.
Just at all times?
No, it was like he went to the hospital and there was like a gerbil up his butt. I don't know if it's true or if
probably.
like an urban legend, but like it got like it. Your parents know about the Richard Gere gerbil. So
That's probably why he's not in movies anymore.
he does a lot of those G-Force movies with those guinea pigs, though.
Yeah. They got to keep a close eye on him on set. He's like, what do you mean they're all CGI? I signed up for this
He's just
shit.
breaking poop windows in the back, just so mad, just like, oh man. So, so wet toothless mouse and a mouth and bulging white eyes sunk in dark sockets. This is the skin stealer, if you forgot, because it's been a while.
It's been a while.
So it's been a while.
It's been a
Fuck.
while.
Okay, we're both doing the same thing now. So. Bulging white eyes sunk into dark sockets. If spotted in this naked form, they will immediately rush at whoever saw them. So if you can see all their squid tentacles and bulging eyes and wet toothless mouth, they will run at you and kill you and tear your skin off with surgical precision. Damn, it might be a security guard.
Yeah. No, I couldn't.
So wearing it over their own body along with any clothes their provoker was wearing at the time. So they'll steal your skin and your clothes. Who cares? You don't need your clothes anymore. You got no skin. Skin stealers will walk about pretending to be human, mimicking any human speech they heard, though not truly understanding any of it. Hot dog,
So
rainbow, chili dog.
There's crow
Rhombus.
tomorrow.
Rhombus. Hula hoop rhombus.
Jelly bean taco.
Birkenstocks. I couldn't think of anything.
Germany sandwich.
So when their cover is blown, though, or their skin suit starts rotting and falling apart, oh, I just bought this at Men's Warehouse.
You didn't think about the smell.
You think about the smell, you bitch. You're gonna like the way you look, but you're gonna fucking hate the way you smell. I guarantee it. Men's Skin Warehouse. But when you all start falling apart, when your skin suit starts falling apart, they will attack the first human they see to get a new skin suit, because that's what you got to do in this dog eat dog, toothless mouth world.
In this fucking economy, man.
What?
That's what you gotta do in this economy.
You're right. So when they do any of this, why they do any of this is unknown, as they don't ever seem to consume the flayed corpse they leave behind. You know why? They just want to feel pretty. Everybody just wants to feel pretty.
Yeah. It's true.
Just want a nice skin suit. I don't like these tentacles. You think I like this
I don't like my
toothless
skin.
mouth? Think I like these bulging eyes?
You know me, I'm covered in rashes. You think I don't want a new set of skin?
You know what I'm thinking? This skin stealer is starting to sound a lot like Rami Malek. I like Rami Malek a lot. That's not a slight. I'm just saying bulging eyes. I don't even know if Rami Malek has any teeth, to be completely honest.
I hate Rami Alec.
But he was King Tut in Night at the Museum.
Yeah, but he's one of those celebrities that does a podcast. It's like you already got it.
He
Just
did Bohemian
Blackout.
Rhapsody and then Blackout. I'm like, Rami,
Yeah.
come on.
Blackout was
You
good,
should
though.
be doing Lincoln commercials. That's what every best actor does. Lincoln commercials.
Yeah. Actually, there's a season 2's going on right
Of
now.
what? It's a different person, though.
Blackout. No. I don't think so.
I thought there was like another actor on like the cover art.
Well, they might have like another actor doing parts of it. I've listened to like one episode, but like he's still in
No,
it.
I haven't listened to it at all.
Yeah.
Just lights
It's-
go
it's-
out.
It is like the exact opposite of what we are.
Good.
There is millions of dollars backing it. The sound production is like billions of dollars of equipment. Like they have multiple people editing it. It's not just two idiots
But
who kind of know how to do
but
this.
can they? But can they? And do they have the permission to do this? I'm the scat man. Skibblily up dop dop dip. Dop dop dip. Skibblily up dop dop dip. Dop dop da ba da ba dee da pa pa da dot. Pa 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 da dot. Ski pa 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 da dot. Pa 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 da skra ba da ba. That's it.
I'm giving you the rolling finger saying keep it going, bud. They can't do it. And they definitely can't start their episodes off talking about a news story where a man killed and ate his mother. But we can.
Was Rami telling his life story?
Yeah, that guy's eating a few people.
He has a twin.
Eating
He used to
people.
have a triplet. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
He ate that shit.
Yeah. That dude eats people for sure. You ever see his... You're looking into
Oh,
his
you think a
eyes.
guy named Mr. Robot hasn't eaten a person?
Yeah, that dude's eating a lot of fucking people. I can tell you. I can guarantee you that.
Anyway,
I can give you...
defamation lawsuit?
Newell,
Okay.
I can give you the Steve Newell confirmation because that's who I am.
And I'm Rami Malek's dad. He ate my wife.
I fed him my wife.
He was just so hungry. You know what I kind of think about sometimes? When we
Yeah,
do
what?
get sued for defamation and then they bring up this clip in the courtroom, I'm just hoping the judge laughs.
Yeah.
And then he goes,
That's all we
he goes, fuck. Well, you gotta pay him, but like not as much now. And I'm like, fuck. Okay, well at least you like laughed. That would be like the one thing I would actually want to happen in that courtroom. Like, who cares about winning? Just have that judge. They're not allowed to laugh. And if they laugh,
Hey, as long as we are making a joke as awful as it could be, like I don't think they can sue us. We're not honestly telling people that this guy's eating people. But he is.
I'm just gonna make sure this says Rami Malek ate my mom and his mom.
And then like small font, like no, not like in a sexual way. Like he actually cut them up and ate them.
Consumed. We should say consumed my mom and his mom.
And passed them.
Oh God. Okay, so we should probably go on to this next monster, Rami. No,
I was gonna say, is it Rami?
it's not Rami. So
Is that how you say it?
Rami, yes. So
He's a good actor.
yeah, he's actually one of my favorite. I like him a lot. Mr. Robot is great.
I love the guy.
I'm in love
the
with
guy,
him.
but, you know,
Don't eat my mom, dude.
I worked with him once.
Oh yeah?
Did I tell you that?
What,
Yeah.
hometown buffet?
It was no, it was crazy. It was a commercial, and at lunch they just brought him like his own meal.
Oh my God. I know where this is going. Should we just move on?
He got lobster. He was sick.
Okay. That's cool. Lobster. Likely story, Rami. So.
No, that was the nickname for our one sunburnt PA.
Oh, really? Funny.
He
He ate
ate
the PA. Okay. I like that. He likes them nice and tender from the sun. Like them sunbaked. Okay, here, next one. We got 4 more. Hang with me for a second.
Oh,
So this next one is Jerry. I'm not even fucking kidding. Jerry. Jerry is a small bird that looks like a parrot. It controls the mind of the person holding it, making it say things like, Jerry is everything. Jerry is what I live for. So.
That's got to be fake.
No, this was on the wiki. Like,
so then what does Jerry do wrong? Why is Jerry a monster?
Here's what I wanted to say earlier, but I got distracted. I think a lot of people are like have taken the Backrooms and have started making them into like D&D games. You know what I mean?
So are you just reading like a campaign
No.
list of, like,
There's like a website that has like a ton of these monsters, and that's why I was like, oh, I'm kind of stick to like the original lore of one monster, and then it seems like there's a whole community of people who have like, I've experienced these ones and these ones, which is actually kind of fun because there's also a video game out there called like SPC Containment Breach or something like that, where you're in an underground facility and there's all these like weird creatures and monsters that like live down there, and they're all like caged by the government, but like all the cages are. It's almost like what's it called?
Don't say it.
Cabin in the Woods.
Don't do the spoiler. God damn it. I love that movie, but I want people to watch it without knowing anything about it.
That's all I'm gonna say. But that movie's like 7 years old. But
love that movie.
It's a really good movie. But so I think people have started adding like kind of weird ones, like not just monsters, but like spiritual entities or like weird creatures. Okay. And Jerry's one of them. And Jerry's a bird, mind controlled bird. And so
see, I'm good though, because like bird flies towards me, I'm gonna punch it. I'm not going to catch it. I'm not going to let it touch me. Those things are disgusting. Have you ever been in someone's house who has more than one bird?
But it's a parrot, dude. You wouldn't let a pigeon touch you, but like a parrot,
Those fucking things. Birds smell so fucking
They're just
bad.
annoying. They have like a towel over their cage, and you're just like, ugh. Can we put...
They're like, why is this towel here? And you move it, and it's just like...
Well, that bird seed at the bottom. Fucking...
Yeah, it's shitting everywhere.
Pecking a mirror, just looking at itself.
Name another animal that makes you burn through newspaper like a fucking bird.
Mink.
I can't even. Oh god. Did we talk about that?
I don't know. We can't talk about. We keep tangenting so bad. We went on a crab fishing trip, and they gave us like these mink carcasses, which are basically like ferret. It was really disturbing, and they wrapped them in newspaper. And we're like, he's like, oh, here's mink as bait, and we're like, mink, like that almost kind of sounds like a ferret, like with those things. But like this mink is obviously a term for like some sort of bait. We don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And as the newspaper slowly pulled away as we dunked it in the water, we pulled it up, and it was clearly like a tiny little like ferret mink carcass, and we all got really sad, and it stunk really bad, and we were disgusted. It had no hands or head or feet, but
yeah, they just rolled it in Old Bay and then froze it in newspaper.
My god, it was so bad. So like I said, Jerry. So they say it makes you say things like Jerry's everything, Jerry's what I live for, and all hail Jerry.
Yeah. Okay.
Failed art school, Jerry.
That's it. He doesn't have like any like evil part where he like makes you behead yourself.
So it says those controlled by Jerry go missing shortly afterwards. They probably go to Jerry's room, but that place is unconfirmed, with the parrot eventually reappearing on a seemingly random level to find a new host. If you see a bird that resembles Jerry, escape by any means possible. So no one really knows what happens to people that Jerry lands on, because Jerry just makes them walk to Jerry's room, which we don't know where that is, and it's unconfirmed. But you're never seen again.
There's a bunch of pizza.
What?
You never get seen again because it's so fucking cool in there.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine if he just had a GameCube.
He had a GameCube, like a pizza, some Mountain Dew.
Sign me up for Jerry's room. I don't want to go back to my wife.
Jerry's room has Mario Sunshine. You know what doesn't? My wife.
All this sunshine when she's gone. Boom, boom, boom.
Boom.
That's good. Mario Sunshine. So, this next one is Mark. Mark is an entity in in the bathrooms on level 2. See, they're getting specific.
I feel like one of these is going to be fake.
No. Well, David.
You know what I mean?
No. I didn't pull a fake. I didn't pull a fake one. You're gonna think the next one is very fake, but it's not. So Mark is an entity in the bathrooms on level 2. Mark appears docile and very friendly if you hand him an alcoholic beverage. I'm not making this.
Are those available?
I think that's what I'm saying. Like there's certain things in like the back rooms where people go like, oh, there's shit left behind. There's like some forms of back rooms that have nothing, absolutely nothing, and there's some where you can find like somebody's like camping gear or something. So like I don't know why they think like people would have alcohol. David, if you fell into the back rooms, you'd be okay if you found Mark actually.
Yeah,
always have a beer in his hand.
Mark and I'd be homies. He'd get me out of here.
Oh, you would really like Mark because Mark likes to collect trash, and despite
I do like to collect
it's
trash.
true. I'm the trash man. So
God, I've got so much
So
trash.
Mark likes to collect trash, and despite never leaving his bathroom, his trash pile grows larger every day. Fuck, this is you, David. How is this happening?
Yeah.
So
It's awesome.
anything you drop while in Mark's bathroom is considered his. And if you pick it back up or take it from his trash pile, he will become hostile and exert behavior seen in Skin Stealers. So Mark will steal your skin if you steal his trash. That's just the law.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I really, you know what? Feel a connection with Mark.
It's pretty cool. So this next one is quick and easy.
My kind of guy.
So this next one is very quick and easy. It says the Stray TV. That's the name of this creature. And all it says is very dangerous. Do not turn on. So that's.
See, that would be a hard one though. Like realistically, like if you're trapped in this place and you don't know what's going on, you see a TV, you're gonna turn the TV on.
Mm-hmm.
You're just gonna turn it on, and then it's gonna be young Sheldon.
Rami's like, I told you not to.
Or worse, it's gonna be whatever that fucking new game show is that Dwayne Wade hosts.
Dwayne Wade is hosting a game show?
Yeah, they advertise it a lot in the NBA playoffs.
Yikes.
And it never looks good.
Yikes. He's like, beat me in basketball. Everyone's like, no one wins this. He's like, that's the point.
I work at McDonald's. I don't think I can beat you.
Oh, yeah, if you could dunk a chicken nugget, you could dunk on me. Come get the new BTS meal.
What if there just was a show that of just average people trying to play one-on-one against Dwayne Wade?
That was a show. That was a show in the early 2000s. You remember that people would have to like fucking play, they would have to like go and play against like professional athletes, and if they scored like
Joe's first.
Oh my god, how did you remember that?
Because that's a good name. It's the perfect name for that.
I like how
situation.
I remembered the show and you remember the name and I couldn't remember the show at all. Yeah. Fuck. That was a good one. People get laid out in football by like fucking Deion Sanders. Anyway. Yeah, welcome to the Fold Factory. Which one of you pussies is going to get folded?
Ray Lewis just kills him.
Yeah. One of the monsters is Ray Lewis's bloody suit. If you put it on, you just become a murderer.
You become
anyway. So last one I have is there's so many more monsters, but this is just the last one, kind of ending with like a base level one. It's called a hound. The hounds are naked humanoid entities with shaggy black hair on their heads and oversized mouths full of sharp, jagged teeth. They have long, bony limbs and sharp claws and crawl around on all fours like a dog, hence their name. They are some of the most common hostile entities found all throughout the Backrooms, but are less common on the deeper levels. See, like I said, a lot of levels, shit going on here. They will hunt down and attack anyone on sight, but can be easily avoided if one is quick and clever. Hounds are not very smart and can be easily given the slip or even momentarily intimidated into backing down if one stares them straight in the eyes. So it's kind of like a bear where you got to be like, I mean, I'm not telling you to try to act bigger than a bear. I think you're supposed to play dead with a bear.
Yeah, I think you're thinking of like a
mountain lion,
like a bobcat. Or
a mountain lion. Yeah. That's the crazy thing too. Is like when that shit happens to you, you gotta like think really quickly and go, "Oh fuck, which one do I act big around? Which one do I act dead around? Which one?" You know.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? When I was in elementary school, we had a giant patch of like a giant forest next to it, and people kept seeing fucking cougars in there. And I remember in like second grade, they had like an assembly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had an assembly. And the whole assembly was them teaching us how to try to scare away a cougar. When I was like in second grade, they're like, climb on each other's shoulders and scream at it.
Oh my god! Get a big trench coat. Buy one movie ticket for the price of buy two for the price of one.
It's so insane to think of, like to think back to that and just be like that.
Like a child being bigger than a cougar. It's like, yeah, we're gonna be scared of a cougar and be able to crawl on each other's shoulders at the same time. Like, no, what's gonna happen is the guy on the top is gonna fall off my shoulders in 2 seconds, be lower than a cougar, and get eaten. But
yeah, we're just doubling. We're just lining up a double kill.
Yeah, well, maybe
we're better just to
scatter.
I
think I could escape if Timmy falls off my shoulders real quick. Like, you know, if he's getting eaten, I'm good. I'm running.
You just got to hang out the slow
Exactly. So, just to wrap this up, so next time you start to feel deep despair and begin to nod off in a doctor's office or on your couch, make sure to take a minute and open TikTok and watch a little Hasbulla video or something to get you get those endorphins flowing so you don't actually sink into the Backrooms.
That's awesome. Yeah. I didn't know like any of that shit.
You know that Hasbulla videos make you so happy.
How him laughing, the videos of him laughing. Oh my god,
clapping and laughing. Better. He's the best.
He really is.
But yeah, that's the Backrooms.
Nice.
All right, that's my story. You go. You go.
All right, Tobin. My story will take place in a country that I don't think we've ever done a story about, which is crazy because this place is massive, and that would be the largest country in South America. You know what it is?
Brazil.
Ah, look at our smart young boy.
Yeah, I know my South American countries. They speak Portuguese, not Brazilian.
No, that doesn't exist, does it?
Brazilian's not language.
That's just what they do with that sticky wax and that paper.
To your butt.
So, Jose Antonio de Silva was an off-duty soldier during the day that would change his life. Jose, like a good old God-fearing American. Wait, shit, no. Brazilian man did the thing us men
Do
love
you know what the
doing.
largest country in South America is?
North, south, I don't give a
Wait,
shit.
he is American.
It's true.
He's just South American.
There you go. It works.
Yeah.
He did the thing us men love doing on our off days. He went a-fishing.
Oh, yeah.
God, I love it. It's fun.
Very rarely, I was just going to say this, very rarely do I like days that change my life.
I mean, my favorite days to go fishing are the ones that end with Y.
What? I don't get it.
Because every day ends with Y.
Oh, I thought that was like an existential thing where like the days that end with like, why? Why did I do that? And I was like,
W-H-Y.
yeah. I'm like, are you okay, David? You good? You okay,
I just
buddy?
like disappear.
I know. I'm like, geez. Felt he no-clipped.
Yeah. So Jose took a bus to a lake in Bebedouro, Matozinhos in Brazil. He set up his camp once he arrived because the sun was going down and he was ready to call it a day to get well rested.
He's doing a little camping. He's going morning fishing probably, or is it night fishing?
Morning's the best time to start slinging them hooks.
Dawn and dusk.
Yeah.
That's when all the bugs start landing on the water, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're like, I don't know why. I just know that's just the way it is.
It's just the way it is.
So,
How do a rainbow work? It just does.
So he remembers it being a great day, feeling very relaxed, fishing all day, until around 3 p.m. when he noticed some rustling bushes coming from directly behind him.
Haunted bush? Not again.
It's a goddamn haunted bush. At first, the soldier assumed it was, just an animal scamping about. But Jose must have missed this day of military training when you're, taught to unload hellfire into a bush that moves. Ignoring the bush at first, he went back to fishing. But then the sounds of whispers crept up the back of his spine and dove right into his ear hole.
Oh, I hate when the whispers come when I'm fishing. When I get alone by myself, then the whispers always come.
Fishing's fun with friends, but in my opinion, fishing's best done alone. I just took a big old drink.
Sorry, I thought you were still
Gatorade.
talking because of all the whispers in my ear.
Again, this is where the whole raining down hellfire into the foliage would have been his best bet. But instead, Jose decided to investigate the bush to see where these whispers were coming from. And bang, just like that, he was struck with a banana as 3 orangutans leaped out of the bushes and beat him to death. Wait, shit, no, sorry, wrong story.
The long arms, they have the reach.
They
They'll
got
always,
the reach, they got the power.
If you look at the tail of the tape on that fight, man, those orangutans are gonna reach you every time with that 146-inch reach.
If you try to block it, they're just going to shatter your fucking forearms. There's nothing you can do.
5'2", 146-inch reach.
What?
I don't know.
Orangutans have way bigger wingspans than that.
I don't know how big of a wingspan is that, actually. I thought that was a big number. Fuck, I'm stupid.
What did you say? 5'2"?
I said 5'2", 146 inches. What?
I have like a 6'5" wingspan.
What? No, you're supposed to have the wingspan of how tall you are.
Yeah, my arms are longer. But think about how much longer an orangutan's arms are.
Dude, that's 12 feet.
What?
That's how big that wingspan is. 146 inches is 12 feet.
Then why'd you say 5'2"?
Because they're short and stout, but they got long-ass arms,
I thought you were saying
man.
their arms were 5'2", not their
No,
height.
they're
Okay.
5'2".
Okay. That makes way more sense. I was like, there's no way. How small are these?
No.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. God, I'm glad we clarified all this. What's in the fucking bush?
Sorry. Jose checked the bushes, and bang, he was hit with a banana. Oh, fuck. I'm just fucking with you.
He was hit with a hand. That's 12 feet, baby. Reaching from across the pond.
It also helps that their fucking palms are like 3 feet long. Jose checked the bushes, and bang, he was hit with a beam of light coming from behind the leaves, and he froze in place, paralyzed, unable to move. Jose was laying on the ground, unable to move a muscle, when 2 4-foot-tall human-like creatures revealed themselves from behind the bushes and grabbed him, snatched him up, dragging
Give him the
him.
old laser boy and
Yeah,
the laser and drag.
They dragged him to a huge cylindrical-shaped thing sitting on our Earth's soil. Obviously.
I'm
Jose
so glad
said,
you clarified that where the soil was.
Yeah, I don't know,
It's on our
trying to-
Earth this time.
It is our Earth's soil. Just want to make sure you knew that he was on Earth.
They brought their own soil to land on, please.
For now. Jose said he saw another one of these things closer to what was obviously their ship, but he was unable to see their faces because they were all wearing gray helmets that covered their faces. After getting
Fashionable.
kidnapped and snatched up on their ship, Jose was in a brightly lit room with a chair in the middle of the room. Jose made note that the floor in this room was dark gray, and he was puzzled by where the bright lights were coming from that illuminated the rest of the room. That's space age technology. No, there's no lamp. It was just all bright.
They have trank lasers. I don't want to go near their lights at this point. One of them's gonna make me diarrhea or something.
Oh, wouldn't that be embarrassing?
Don't turn that lamp on. Don't turn that lamp on.
How shitty, no pun intended, would that be though? You get abducted by aliens and you're like so excited, but the bright lights make you shit yourself.
Like,
they just
these
throw
are
you in the
new.
Atlantic Ocean.
we thought that this was where you guys live.
Stinky.
Yeah. Go wash yourself off, shit pants. Oh my god. See, like, they don't know, like, I mean, I would hope they would know the human anatomy, but, like, I feel like the first couple abductions, they're like, oh, we should bring them back down to where we got them, and they just dropped them too high up. They're like, we don't want to go down and land back on the Earth.
We can't be seen. Let's drop them up from outside the atmosphere.
Yeah, they dropped him, not even, they got close enough. They dropped him from, like, 3 stories up, and he just shattered both of his legs and died a slow death in the woods. And they're like,
Bled out.
yeah, they're like, what the fuck? They're like, that was our bad. That was really our bad.
And a bear runs up and eats them.
Exactly. That's how it always happens. Give him the old 1-2, the drop from above and the bear eating.
There's no break in the action. The second he hits the ground, a bear just comes in and eats him.
They're like, I can act dead if you drop me from 3 stories up. No problem.
It ain't.
I'll act dead. But if that's a cougar or a mountain lion, I'm fucked.
I can't scare the mountain lion away if I can't stand. Damn it!
I'm trying to do pull-ups on a branch, and I'm just looking bad. I got dangling meat sausages as legs.
I'm looking like a goddamn pinata out here. So
My legs are just full of banana Laffy Taffy. Fuck.
before he knew it, these little sexy freaks threw a helmet on his head, matching the ones that they wore, and then the ship took flight. During the ship's journey, Jose said he could hear the little deviants chatting away, but not in any language he had ever heard. But he thought they sounded
Like corn.
A little bit like Jonathan Davis from Korn. No, he said they thought they sounded a little aggressive and ill-mannered. Like, they didn't sound happy. That's what he's trying to say. Which is not good.
Were they speaking German?
Not ruling it out.
Nope.
So we can laugh at that. I'm basically 50% German. It's fine, guys.
And I'm a Nazi. Calm down.
He's not.
I'm not. We have to clarify. I'm not. I swear.
By the way, no, that was just a goof. That was a gaffe. Don't read into it.
I'm not. See, that's not me. I'm not. See.
Stop it. See, these alien fucks with their incredible space technology goofed up on one part, and that was the good old oxygen.
Oh no! They gave him the helmet, but they didn't give him the air.
Well, Jose said he had a lot of difficulty breathing, and the air was thin. And not just that, but the level of brightness he had to endure took its toll on his eyes, and they started to hurt a lot, giving him a headache. Not to mention the damn helmet. Jose said the helmet was so heavy that it started to hurt his neck.
I was going to say there's a lot of similarities between this and the back room right now. Those fucking lights, man.
Yeah.
Those lights are a bitch.
See, these aliens had some real thick necks, I say. But in my opinion, it kind of sounds like Jose is being a
neck.
Ooh,
I want to
so
nibble
much
that neck.
something about that neck. There's just so much room to kiss it. You can never kiss the same place twice.
I want to nibble that alien neck. I bet they all got like tattoos of kiss marks on their neck.
Oof.
And they haven't gone to prison yet.
Is that a thing?
I feel like it. No, but I feel like anybody who has kiss lips tattooed on their neck is either going or has gone to prison. That's not even like a hot take. That's not. That's not.
Oh man, that's good. That's good. That's my only comment on that. Is that's good.
Do you know somebody who has that tattoo?
I'm sure I do.
Yeah, they're in prison. You
Yeah.
put money on their books.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
But in my opinion, it kind of sounds like Jose is being a little ungrateful and kind of sound like a brat.
Yeah,
you
you got
are
a helmet.
in space, traveling with aliens. Deal with the small, uncomfortable parts and just enjoy the ride. God damn.
I'd be a little scared with the air part, but then he's complaining about how heavy the helmet is. I'm like,
dude, you're in the military. Get tough.
dude, play football once. You know,
Roll it out. Just roll it out.
They put a cowboy collar on me.
Do that one stretch where you got your buddy and he's taking a knee and you put your head against his other knee that's up and you're pushing against it. You ever do that one?
No, what?
Yeah, that one was fucking weird.
I played one season of football, and if you can't figure it out, I didn't play that much. My jersey was clean.
Saved a fortune on laundry.
I did.
So after a somewhat short-feeling ride, the ship landed, and Jose was taken to a larger room where he finally got a good look at these sexy little devils. Jose described them as looking surprisingly human, with long red hair that tickled their beeholes, very thick eyebrows, massive green eyes, and
this is crazy.
And mouths that were much wider than Earth's humans' mouths.
Wow, he went for the not typical alien description, and I'm here for it.
Yeah. He also there's some good drawings. He also noted that they had very pointed nose and no teeth, which is, immediately a good sign. No razor sharp meat devouring teeth.
Toothless mouse.
Mouse.
Mouth.
A wet, toothless mouse.
So, no razor sharp teeth.
No teeth at all.
Good.
A bunch of gummers.
Do they have multi-tools on their belt?
Probably. So Jose said that whom he believed to be the leader approached him and tried to talk to him.
Thick as neck.
Thickest neck, obviously thickest neck. No, I think it was more of like when he spoke, everybody like looked at him, and then like everybody kind of talked to him, and he would reply, kind of thing. Like it was like pretty obvious that he was the head honcho.
Yeah, he had
big guy on campus.
Yeah, he had like the coolest hairstyle out of all of them. He had the Leia buns, probably, huh?
The lower ball, yeah.
The what? He had a lower ball.
No, he was the lower ball.
What does that mean? Like, if you have two balls, he's the lower ball? Like, there's one that hangs lower than the other ball? Is that one the better ball? My dad always used to say, one of my balls hangs lower than the other two.
Yeah, that's a good one. That sounds like a
it's
joke.
a dad joke,
that
for
sounds
sure.
like a kid joke.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man, that's good. So, yeah, he said... So, where was I? Jose said that whom he believed to be the leader approached him and tried to talk to him. But not understanding the language, the leader quickly moved to hand gestures. Gestures.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm just laughing how good it's about to get with these hand gestures.
Yeah, which only went so far. So the leader then started to draw and illustrate the message that he was trying to get across.
That's
good. Now they're playing. What's that game called when you fucking
Pictionary?
Pictionary. So yeah, now they're playing Pictionary in space. It's sick.
Do you think they have like? Do you think they have like ink pens, or do you think that they're just like shooting a laser beam? Yeah, like on a piece of like metal.
There's lasering into like pure granite.
Yeah, exactly. Some like carbon that we don't even know what it is.
It's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. Makes you weep. Just uncontrollably weep.
It's the alien's penis, and I begin to weep for different reasons now because I'm figuring out what the drawing is.
Yeah,
and I'm scared.
You should be.
It's bigger than I thought it was gonna be. The drawing keeps going and going and going.
It's just like, you're 5 foot. How does it make sense?
This doesn't make sense.
Where
you're like you're just like a orangutan arm.
So he showed Jose that they were not there to harm him, but they were peaceful, and
peaceful people don't kidnap.
That's true. But then he was offered food by the aliens, and after eating it, he felt much better. Which I don't know if that just means like it was like medicine for space travel sickness, or I don't know.
They looked
Maybe
at him
hungry.
They only knew two English words, or sorry, Portuguese. Is strawberry Nutrigrain?
Was that 2 or 1?
That's I assume Nutrigrain is one word, but I don't know the Portuguese equivalent for strawberry Nutrigrain.
You don't.
But it makes everybody feel better for about 10 minutes until you get hungry again.
Yeah.
Those
taste good.
Make you poop, but they don't do much for your stomach.
It's true.
Sorry.
Done.
No.
So, unfortunately for Jose, after eating all some food and feeling good, being excited, getting some. But at the same time, what would suck about when an alien feeds you alien food? That's like a one and done deal. You're not gonna find that again.
Oh yeah, especially if you really, really like it, right?
Yeah. What if it was like the best thing you've ever tasted in your entire life, to the point that you're like, I didn't know my taste buds could taste this, and then it's just ripped from you.
Well, let's just be honest, David. If you had the best thing you've tasted in your entire life, like you went to Italy and went to like Massimo's restaurant, you're not probably going back there for either money, location, or timing purposes, right? So there's some things that you're right, but there are some things that you eat now that you're like, that's like the best thing you've ever had, but the only reason you're eating it is because like someone's parents paid for it. Where you're like, oh fuck, this steak is so good, but I can't buy a $56 steak at least until 10 more years.
Yeah.
I mean, you can.
Mortgage.
You can, you can, but you're going to feel bad when you eat it.
Yeah.
Go to the parking lot, eat strawberry Nutrigrain.
There you go. Good. That's all you need. Throw that on a grill, huh? Fuck you.
Throw that on a grill. I got grill marks on my Nutri-Grain bar.
That's our new slogan. It's no longer put on a shirt. It's throw that on a grill.
I love that.
How is that not a slogan already?
I don't know, man. Shit end of the shovel.
Yeah,
Remember that one?
anybody's like giving you shit, just go, oh yeah, throw that on a grill, huh?
Yeah.
And just walk away.
Exactly.
I feel like this is a very like Canadian.
I just
comeback.
tried to say exactly, and I just said exact it.
It's getting late.
Fuck.
We're hitting that
Fuck.
2-hour mark.
Or did I just make a new slogan?
There you go.
Exact it.
Exact it. It's like a hacky sack full of Exacto blades.
With Bob Saget.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
Bobby Boy's got to be there. So, unfortunately for Jose, even though he just ate this meal and he was feeling better, he noticed several human corpses laying on a stone-like shelf.
He couldn't have noticed those a little earlier.
Yeah, they're laying on a stone-like shelf, and surrounding the corpses were pictures of animals like giraffes, elephants, jaguars, and of course, you want to guess what the last one is?
Lion.
Come on.
Lion? Oh, you want me to... orangutan. Monkey.
Yeah, monkeys.
Yeah.
So along with these animal images were some other things like cities, houses, cars, aircrafts, boats, just the normal human shit. From his best ability to interpret what the leader was saying, Jose took away that the humanoids were trying to offer him a deal. Jose was asked to spend 3 years on Earth collecting a few things for them, like specimens and information to help them better understand Earth. The second half of this deal was that if he did help them learn about Earth, he would be invited to spend 7 years with them on their home planet. And after that, he would be returned back to Earth to live out the rest of his miserable life dying on our dying planet.
Ooh, good deal.
Sounds like a great fucking deal, right? Like 3 years, like, oh, I gotta go, like, catch a monkey. I gotta go find some sea snails. I gotta.
Well, that's my
mine
favorite.
some ore.
That's my favorite thing is that he goes. Oh, he sits there for a second. And he goes, you know what? Deal. And they go, perfect. And then they hand him a
grizzly
book.
bear.
Yeah, they hand him a book. He opens the first page. It's a fucking lion, and he goes, "I got bad news, guys. This list is coming up short."
Let's start with grasshopper, huh, bud? But yeah, so Jose, like the idiot he is,
Idiot.
declined the offer, which made the aliens turn into little piss boys and throw a little piss tantrum. Seeing the aliens get mad reminded Jose of all the dead bodies, and
that boy needs to start remembering that he's in a room with dead bodies.
Several to be exact. And human dead bodies, several of them. And with his reflexes, grabbed his crucifix that was around his neck and started to pray. The leader, still angry, grabbed the cross from him and shoved it into his pocket. Little thief.
He has pants?
The leader took it and put it in his own pants.
Oh, okay.
Like he stole it.
Cool that pockets are like interdimensional. We all need
It
them.
is. Honestly, it is. Like if they didn't have pockets, I'd be like, yo, check this out. And like pulled a gun out of my pocket.
It's funny. It's funny because like that would be perfect too if like aliens didn't have pockets. I mean, because most aliens don't. They're all naked, and then like that you come onto a ship and they don't know what pockets are, so they don't check your pockets, and they're like they're like okay, lay down on the table and they spread your butt cheeks, and then you just pull out a gun, and you're like tables turn, motherfucker. Should have checked my pockets.
He's fucking annihilate them all.
I mean, I let them finish whatever they're doing with my butt cheeks, but afterwards, they got a surprise for them.
And then I wake up, and I'm in the hospital, and I'm 50 years old, and a nurse is on the ground bleeding out and says, "But sir, this was your prostate checkup."
And I said, No alien sticking his finger in me. No, sirree.
The only finger that goes in this tushy is my own.
The long red hair is beginning to make sense, actually. That nurse was beautiful before I murdered her.
So, yeah, he took the cross, he put it in his pocket. And after this awkward situation, Jose was taken to another UFO while blindfolded. And then
Show
his
me the goods.
And
If
then
you're going to bring me on the
vision-
ship. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was saying, if you're going to bring
No,
me on
what
the
do you got?
ship, why are you going
What
to
do you got?
blindfold me, man? I'm already here. Let me just see it all. No one's
Yeah.
going to believe me.
Seriously. But
Fuck.
yeah, no. So like they put a blindfold on him, and then his vision went completely black. So basically, like you got
How
a blindfold
blindfolds work.
on, you can like still kind of see through it. Like you can see some light.
Oh.
It's not
yeah.
like blackout curtains. Like you can like still kind of see, but like no shapes or anything. But you can still like acknowledge that your eyes are open. He
I
said
mean-
that they just went like pitch black.
Well, I mean, that's not like crazy technology. I have a night mask that does that.
Yeah.
They
I'm
ain't
not-
that
I'm not-
advanced.
we don't want to know about whatever it is that you have to do to see
Bro,
it, man.
I like how like we're on an alien ship. We're like the blindfolds. You couldn't see through them.
Okay.
I'm like, there's a
Dipshit,
lot.
I'm not talking about the blindfolds.
Okay, sorry.
Because everything went black, like pitch black, like nothing.
Blindfold.
Like I'm talking like black, like Ted Cruz's soulless eyes black. But Jose started to come to as he realized that he was being dragged again.
Oh shit.
And then he was tossed from what must have been the UFO as the aliens dumped his body in a forest.
Oh, I told you they drop from too high all the
Yeah.
time.
Jose, so basically, like, I believe when he said, like, everything went black, like, that wasn't, like, his vision being blocked. Like, that was, like, his mind being shut off.
Oh. Ooh.
And that is because Jose eventually came to and discovered that he was in the middle of nowhere, 200 miles from where he originally was abducted from. And he was pretty out of it and confused, but in the confusion... but the confusion finally, settled down, and he realized
No.
that
don't
his
say
once
it.
clean-shaven face now resembled one of a monkey.
What?
And he felt his ears, and his ears were bigger. And he looked down at his hands. The tops of his hands were just covered in dark fur tufts. And his knuckles sat on the ground, and as he walked, he didn't even do it.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't even try to do it, but he just started walking on his knuckles. And no, I was kidding.
I
No,
didn't
but-
feel it.
He realized his once clean-shaven face was now a beard, meaning that he was
Monkey beard.
unconscious for an extended period of time.
I was scared you're gonna say they dropped him out, and then you realized that they didn't turn his mind back on, and he was just fucking blind.
They dropped him off the wrong planet.
Yeah. Yeah. Into the sun. He realized he was on
That's what
fire.
Bigfoot is, man. He was just a person from another planet that got dropped off on the wrong planet, man.
Exactly.
So Jose found a road and luckily got a ride back to town. And to this day, Jose has not been contacted again by these sexy little red-bearded bastards. But instead, he lives his life day to day, haunted by the mystery of what happened to him.
Shit.
So the moral of this story is if you're fishing and you start to hear some whispers and some strange sounds coming from a bush, grab your trusty firearm and start blasting. Or take the alien's deal.
Or you might wake up full and with a beard.
That's true.
That's
I
the
do have some patches that I wish would fill in better.
You know that there's some fish just sitting in a bucket, going, "When is that guy coming?
Bones.
When is
Yeah,
that guy?
they're
When's
eating the
that guy
small
coming back? He's gonna come eat me. Come on, if you're not gonna come back and eat me, just tilt the bucket over. I'll roll my way back in.
I'll go
Come
bite
on.
another hook, you bastard. Just eat me.
Whoa, that's crazy. I love how different the description was than any other aliens I've heard.
Oh
'Cause, like,
yeah. Well, and then I saw a drawing of one of them, and in the text it said the mouths were much longer or much wider than human mouths. And then I saw a drawing of one, and I'm not saying this to be disgusting or funny or crude or whatever, but the mouth just looked like the female reproduction part. It looked like it had a vagina in its mouth.
Oh, okay. On its
Like
head.
110%, that's what it looked like. And I was just like, that's not really how it was described in like his telling, but cool.
Well, he didn't want to. Well, if
Startle
we
anybody.
Yeah, if we knew what they looked like, then people are gonna start questioning other things going on, and then he's gonna have a lot more explaining to do, as they say in Ricky Ricardo.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in once again and listening to our stories. That was kind of a longer one, wasn't it, David?
Yeah, or just a little bit over 2 hours, I think.
Oh shit! Well, we're not giving you one every.
We're doing that once every 2 weeks. So who gives a shit.
Yeah, just listen to an hour and then come back and listen to the other hour next week, or you just bang it out right now. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. We love telling you these stories, and we love when you stick around and listen. If you guys want more information, follow us on Instagram at Camp Strange Podcast, and we have all the links in the hyperlink. Working on stuff very, very slowly. But if you guys want to send us anything, you send it to campstrangepodcast@gmail.com. If you guys want merch or whatever, all that stuff, that's in the link. And if you guys want to rate, review, subscribe, we'd really appreciate that. Share us with your friends. Tell your friends about us. They'll hate us, but you know what? At least you could lose their friendship because they're not a real friend if they don't like us. We're your real friends.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Exactly. So,
I just
sent
texted
me...
you the picture of the alien.
That looks like the man. Oh, wow. That's a vagina for a mouth.
Like 100%.
Oh, I couldn't even see that through the beard. Okay, that's... Wow. Okay. They look a little different. They look more like mountain men with vagina mouths. Best way I can describe that.
Yeah.
But thank you guys. I think I hit everything that we needed to hit.
Is that your phone?
What?
Is that your phone going off?
What are you talking about?
Never mind.
Fuck. It's so late. Anyway,
Getting loopy.
David, do you have anything to say before we head out?
I have lupus.
What did Selena Gomez does too?
What is lupus?
Ugh. It's an autoimmune disease.
Oh.
It attacks your body. I don't know.
Oh, that's not good. I'm sorry.
Sorry,
Selena.
I
I was just saying I was loopy, and lupus sounded funny.
Oh, I see. Well, yeah. That's what everyone who's like, loopy. That's what that means. It's a synonym.
Yeah.
It's a
cinnamon
synonym.
bun.
It's a cinnamon. Yeah.
Cinnabon.
Is that what you wanted to say?
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Oh, okay.
Let's leave it there.
Really ending with a controversy. This whole episode is full of controversy, and you know what? That's why we're still around.
See you guys next month.
And don't forget to stay strange.